up in the way.
Yo, what is up? Welcome guys, We are a little different today. No AC, just me and you, Chris. These wonderful guys. How you doing, man?
Great, man. How y'all doing? Thank you for joining us here on the Hurry Up and Wait podcast. We are joined with the Effinays. What up, y'all?
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, man. AC couldn't be here, so next best thing. How about his band?
Sounds good to me.
I'm awesome. I mean, we could have left him at home, but I needed a ride.
Yeah, but now you're gonna need one home too.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming to pick me up.
So it is Big Spook and Blanco. Man, you guys have been kicking around that band for quite a long time now, man. 2009 is when you guys started. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 2009, me and Joe together.
Yeah,
But
he had a country band called the Effin.
polka country, heavy metal country polka.
Yeah, is what it is. But
Yeah, long time, long fun time. It's been very
it has
fun.
been fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's ugly and everything, but it's okay.
You know.
we learn to look past that.
yeah. It makes up for my ugliness. Helps him with how bad he smells.
I mean, so it's a work. We're like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
I mean, dude, like it literally checks every box in like some of our favorite music. You know, like you love like what do you call it? White boy rap
White boy reggae?
or white boy reggae?
White boy reggae.
White
Yeah.
boy reggae.
And I see your stickers on here.
Yeah, I think it's definitely for me, it's white boy reggae. The Latino mix is also something that you probably like as well.
Yeah, I mean, like Sublime is like one of the bands that we both grew up like freaking obsessing over.
Yeah,
you know?
I love Sublime too, man.
And so there's a lot of all those things in there. And for me, like we were talking a little bit earlier, I just feel like you guys, it's easy and it's a quick thing to say, oh, you guys sound like this band or you sound like that band. For me, it's more of a vibe that you guys have that fits, and it's a vibe and it's an energy that you guys have. And I think that it applies to all those music that we were just talking about. Like you guys have influences from funk, you guys have influences from reggae, rock. I mean, where did you guys come up with that sound, and is that something that just like came naturally?
I want to say since when we first got together in 2009, it was more of a band. Well, actually, we restructured the whole band so many times.
Yeah.
The first time we restructured is when we had Valente on. So everybody brought their own.
Valenti
music.
definitely, when Valenti came into the band, he definitely brought the major aspect of funk.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a lot about funk from Valenti. He's a walking funk dictionary, Good
like
music
he-
taste. And
He said too. He kept like I did. My forte was rap. I
Yeah.
used to write for ghostwriter for Virgin Records, hip hop. Valente did hip hop back in the day, but had some more funk to him.
and R&B.
And R&B. I also grew up with a drummer from War, the group War.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we got to play with them too. man.
What?
Yeah.
You grew up with this?
But he was stepdad to me.
It's his
drummer.
ex-stepdad, Saul.
My ex-stepdad was
They're coming up in this next conversation we're about to have.
War?
by the way, just so you
Yeah.
know.
one of
Yeah.
our favorites. We have a funny story about them, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Effinays and War.
But yeah, I think it's an eclectic of everybody, whatever they brought to the table. We just mixed it together like one big pot of jambalaya or menudo, whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take this back to the beginning. Let's flip it right quick. So, where did you start with music? How did you get into music?
I've always loved music. For me, I think the very first time I heard the Beatles when I was in elementary school, I was just like, it like changed the way that I wanted to listen to music. Because, I was such a young age when I heard it that I wasn't into music because you're at that young age. But that's what got me into music. And then my dad got me a Jimi Hendrix CD when CD players first came out. It was like a real big CD player. And he got me...
3-disc changer that was like...
Oh, no. They didn't even have changers yet. This was
yeah.
a big box for one disc.
Oh, all right.
And he got me a Jimi Hendrix CD and the Best of Al Hirt, which was, he's a trumpet player, a really badass old trumpet player. So, and then my granddad gave me a bunch of old jazz music, and, I'd listen to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. But I grew up, my very first band was like a blues quartet when we were teenagers, and rock bands and stuff like that. So I kind of bring a rock background to rap and R&B to funk, and we've all evolved to each other's tastes. And, now we just write music what we feel like this song, what vibe should this song have. This one needs to be more reggae. This one needs to be more R&B. This one needs to be up-tempo and rock. For live shows, we really, we always go through the same talk of, we don't want to play any slow songs at the show. We will.
Yeah.
But we're like, okay, this is a 45-minute set we're doing, so we're going to high power, up-tempo the whole way. And so we did that for so long that, we got we were kind of like a party band.
Yeah, and I mean, for anybody who hasn't had a chance to check that out, you can check it out on Spotify or anywhere you get your favorite music. But the album it feels like a live show, like from Jump Street. Like the first track you guys announced that it is the Effinays show. Yeah, and it's like it feels like that, like a real like over the top kind of like circusy kind of cool vibe. And then just every track throughout the album, you feel like you're at a live show. And right now, when everybody's kind of like starving for that live experience, man, just throw that whole album on, man, and it'll take you away to a live show, the Effinays show. That's for sure.
So y'all actually did win best live show in Dallas by the Dallas Observer, right? Like in like 2012, 14,
13, I think.
Okay.
Also, best
guitar. We've been nominated a few times. We got nominated, I think, in 18.
We won an award for High Times Magazine.
Yes.
Band of the Year for.
Yes. I did not see that one.
Okay, so we just got into this a little bit before the show started, but I wanted to wait to hear a little bit more about it. Okay.
I spoiled it. Sorry.
Yeah, that was like the craziest weekend.
So this was Cannabis Cup 2013 in Austin, Texas.
At South by Southwest.
South by Southwest.
The Saturday before here was the Greenville Avenue St. Patty's Day Parade that got canceled, that Mark Cuban saved the day.
Yes, sir.
Bless you, sir. Because we got to open for Snoop at that parade. So Snoop Dogg came.
Yeah.
That's when the Snoop was doing the Greenville Parade, and we opened that show. So man, we got to open for Snoop.
That's awesome.
Because of Mark Cuban.
Yes.
Well, partly.
Right.
And then
we had to haul ass to Austin.
We didn't even see Snoop play. Like we played our set at like noon outside on Mockingbird in Greenville, I think it was, or somewhere over there. Got in our van and headed down to Austin because we were invited to this preliminary trial of the Cannabis Cup. So it was like 30 of the nominees.
Wow.
And we got to try all their goods.
We walked in and said, "Are we too late?" They go, "No, y'all are perfect time." And they rolled this big
of all the different kinds mixed
of
together.
the Cannabis Cup quality.
Yes.
Everything was in
wow.
it.
Yes.
It was so
You're
bad.
holding it like this.
Yeah.
You're holding it like that.
It was like it was like 2 Freebirds extra large burritos size. That's how big it was.
I remember taking
The Monster. I think it's called the Monster.
Monster, yes.
Yeah, the
I was
Monster.
behind the couch. Next thing I know, I'm outside on a truck. I don't know how I got there. But I knew that it was
I just remember being fucked up the whole weekend. And after we left that, we hit 6th Street, ran into our buddies from Spoonfed Tribe randomly.
Nice.
And then
Motley called us out. Yeah, that was nice.
Then we're walking down the street, and Gilbert, the trumpet player for Group of Phantasma and Brownout, which if you haven't heard those Austin bands,
oh
man,
Grammy Award winners,
their horn section was like Prince's horn section on his last tour.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Killer musicians, man, heavy hitters, humble, super cool guys. Big in Austin, and so
we to the show with George Clinton in it.
Yeah, well, we run into Gilbert, and we're like, "Where are you going?" He said, "We're opening for Ozo Motley, which is one of my favorite bands." So Ozo Motley was playing there, and Joe and I walked in, and the Ozo Motley guys recognized us, and they were like my heroes. And I was like, "What?" They got us in the show for free, hung out with them for a little bit.
That's the one that was Charlie Chuno was in?
Yeah.
Or did features on with back in the day?
Yeah, before J5. And he's doing stuff.
Okay,
he's doing stuff with him now, too.
So those
sometimes.
Guys, those guys are like buds of ours now. And it's crazy seeing some people that you wanted to be buds with now.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
That's nuts.
And then the next day was the Cannabis Cup show, and we're one of the showcase bands, so we did a live set. And second song into our set, which was Gypsy. Mm-hmm. I look down, and there's this old black dude like getting down.
Fucking great song.
Thank you. Stage center, getting down. I look back at Valenti because I'm like, wait, man, who's that? Who is that dude? And I look back at Valenti, and Valenti's going. It was George Clinton.
I didn't know this. I thought he was George. I thought George Clinton was like an uncle to our drummer. I'm like, oh, maybe it's his uncle. Can't you see him? Nah, I find out it's George Clinton. He's watching the whole show, dancing
From
in front.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Hairdress and was he wearing the headdress?
No,
and everything?
and
That's the thing. No dreads.
No.
So he
No
looked like an
dreads.
old man.
Yeah.
He just looked like an old dude.
A sharp old dude, though. Like
Yes, yes.
George Clinton is a sharp old dude.
Yes.
He's got drip for real.
That man's crazy. I'll let you know right now.
Yeah, I told them about your story.
Oh, you already
Yeah.
told
Oh
them?
hell
I
yeah.
I want to hear that.
Y'all really want to hear that story? No.
Yeah, well,
You don't want to see him that way.
After that set, he goes, Effinays don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah, man.
Wanted to take his picture with us, smoked a couple joints with them,
That's
and he was
awesome.
just humble and nice and had a great time, man.
That's amazing, man.
Best weekend of my life, I think.
That's awesome.
You told me that last weekend, though, bro. You're lying.
Well, I mean, we were eating brisket, so.
That was the best weekend of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
So how did music start for you?
For me, always been in my blood. My biological dad, he actually helped start up the Tejano Music Awards.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's always been doing Tejano music and funk, and he got a great voice, man. He sings like really funky music. But he does mixture Spanish and English. And then from there, my grandmother, or my mom's mom, was a singer too. And I just took it from there, man, and just started just getting all these vibes of music. Hip hop came around whenever I was still young. Like it started right then, like gangster rap and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my fill of everything. I started doing rap. I was like one of the only Hispanic dudes rapping in Dallas, and I always getting looked down upon by other Latino people. And then Kid Frost came out from LA, and me and him connected. We became friends. Vanilla Ice's ex-DJ, DJ D-Shay, was my DJ.
Whoa.
After he left Vanilla Ice, right? So he was DJing for me one night. He goes, hey, Kid Frost is here. I said, go ahead, you know what to do. So we just started going back and forth. I got invited to go to LA, work at Paramount Studios for an album called Smile Not Die Later with Virgin Records and Kid Frost, where I got to meet Rick James.
Wow.
So Rick James came
Yeah,
in.
dude, it gets crazy.
Rick James comes in, but to get him, he owed money at the time to a bunch of dealers.
Sounds right. Sounds about right.
There's this gang, but they're also rappers called the Booyah Tribe, and they're big Samoan guys from LA. And so Kid Frost says, hey man, we're gonna get in the truck, we gotta go pick up Rick James, but we gotta get with Booyah Tribe to get him. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm here to write and do rap, you know? He's like, nah, we gotta pick him up first. So we go pick him up, bring him back to the studio. In the studio, it was a lockdown, which was like actually a 24-hour period. We get your breaks in between, but food was delivered to us. Tattoo artists came in there. Rick James had all the weed he wanted, all the cocaine he wanted. And they did a remake of Mary Jane for this album. So to see Rick James go in the booth with a joint and sing, I really, really love you, Mary Jane, and then take a hit and then sing the rest of it was like blowing my mind. I'm like, crazy. So
Insane.
That got me into doing music. I stayed in LA for a while, did some ghostwriting, and then I got a call to come back because my aunt got sick. And I came back, ended up going to a show, and that's where we met. Mm-hmm. I've never sang in a band before.
Still pure rapping at that moment.
Just rap. I did flamenco hip hop.
What?
It was
Flamenco hip hop.
Yeah. Somebody explain that.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like
So
flamenco guitar?
Yeah.
Flamenco guitar. So there's a dude named Cole Chris. Cole Chris used to be in a rap group here. He actually.
That's what they call me sometimes too. That's crazy.
That's not true. That is not
No
true.
one's ever
called
me that.
So coming back to Texas, man, I ended up hooking up with the dude named Tio. Tio is a white dude from Tyler, Texas, who played flamenco in Spain. He spoke better Spanish than I did. He went to Lorca, Spain to learn flamenco. Had this idea of putting hip hop with flamenco guitar in it. And Cole Chris was actually the first rapper on it, so we got it together. And that's where I started getting my rap back up here in Dallas.
Right on.
Working on KNON, doing shows, meeting up with this guy later on, hearing him, that he used to have an instrumental band, and I had a fever that day.
Oh, he was sick with the flu real bad.
And I went on stage because a buddy of mine, Ducato Vega, called me.
Should have had your mask on.
Yeah.
Pre-mass.
Let's put that real quick. But no, so anyway, that's what got me into music, man. It was just been in my life the whole time. I just love it.
Yeah, and I was curious about the voice, man, because there's so much like in it, and I was curious if that's something that you just had to work up to, especially coming from the rap world. Did you always have that real bassy, deep voice that you have?
He was born with it. You should. I've seen video footage when he was born.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Actually, man, I was you stupid. What? Give me a problem. Oh my God, Ray. Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, 20 packs a day. You know? Right. No,
Go big.
I used to be. You know who Albie Sure was? A singer back in the day. He was an R&B. You remember Albie Sure? So I used to do singing in high school, man. And rap was my big thing. We'd hit the walls or hit
the lunch table.
Bass. Yeah. And I remember when my voice changed, it was getting more deeper. And it's just like, it's just something that was with me, I guess, for a long ass time.
Yeah. Since 1946.
47.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. But no, it's
Man, that's awesome. That's the thing. Like, how amazing is it that you guys found each other, because that your voice just really just gels with the music so well, and it really brings the band together,
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's how I felt once you came along.
I was definitely just thinking that you were going to tell us that you were in choir growing up as a kid, and that's how you got into music. not sitting around watching Rick James smoke a joint.
Plus,
that's not where I thought that was going to go at all.
Well, I mean, growing up too, like I said, the drummer for War.
Yeah, well,
Sal
exactly.
Rodriguez, man. I was a kid watching him play in a group called Tierra, and then he went to War. He became the drummer of War, Lowrider and all that.
Yeah.
So growing up as a kid, I had my own drum sets. He gave me my own drum set. He'd teach me drums, and I got to see a lot of people, meet a lot of people when I was young.
That's awesome.
It's been cool.
We got to play with War a couple years ago in Greenville, Texas. It was just the Effinays and War.
Yeah.
It was a very intimate concert.
That's crazy.
And then
In Greenville?
in Greenville, Texas, at this place called the Texan Theater, like Houdini had performed there a couple times. Yeah, you'd never guess it.
I never
guess
blew
it.
my mind, bro.
Yeah. So it was this crazy old little theater.
That's awesome.
And afterwards, they're like, "You guys want to hang out?" We're like, "Well, fuck yeah, you're War." So we went to Applebee's around midnight in Greenville Avenue on a Wednesday night.
Like 50-cent drinks.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That was it. We got to hang out, did a show with War, and then we all went to Applebee's together.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I can't say I've done anything like that before.
Bottomless
So
fries.
that's all right. You're doing better than we are, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Well, just last episode, guys, we wrapped up the 90s bracketology, and just felt like this is a great opportunity to kind of just dip our toes into the next category, the next decade that we're going to be kicking around.
Y'all just been talking about.
Absolutely. It's the 70s,
from
man, and we're
that
really
era.
pumped about it. So, man, please give us y'all's knowledge. Let us know. You dropped a couple of... I'm writing them down as y'all go, because there's some names you dropped that I really want to check out. But let's get into some 70s music, man. Let's share some of our favorites. War, obviously, is one of those bands that definitely come to mind, man. Like... Cisco Kid, bro, that song.
Yeah. We were actually talking outside before we came in about 70s was a big opening for like all kinds of genres.
Yeah.
You're looking at Hector Lavoe.
Oh, yeah.
Like the salsa disco kicked in the 70s with Hector Lavoe and what's the other guy's name? Willie
Cologne.
and
Tijuana Brass Band was like a little bit before that too. Like I think around the 50s.
but yeah, I'm pretty sure once they came into the 70s, they started doing it too.
Yeah, my grandpa was a huge Tijuana Brass Band. Like, loved them. I got records, man. And one of the records that comes to mind is there's a woman in like a bathtub, and she's got the soap all in the right spots. And I'm like, oh, that one. I want that album. I don't care. I need that album.
I mean, 70s itself too. I was thinking the commercial for that one dude was riding a skateboard. Dreams was the name of the song by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah.
Cranberry guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Dogface. Dogface, something or other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kicking. It's around. It's such a big influence.
Absolutely.
I was actually Fleetwood Mac was here in Dallas last year. I wanted to get my girl tickets. They were like $350 a pop.
Ooh, yeah.
For nosebleeds.
Sounds about right.
I was like, God damn. $350.
And you're getting what about
Corona? I'm
35%
staying
of
home.
the band anyway.
Yeah.
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 If that.
But I mean, $700 for two people to go to a concert. That's kind of fucked up.
They're hot though, man.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you, Dogface.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is before, right before.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, I just think what it is,
That was
man,
definitely before.
is
He
that,
didn't get famous until pandemic time.
Yeah.
right.
this-
But I think
maybe
what it
2
is,
years
man,
ago.
that resonates with people is just is the groove, man.
Yeah.
And that's what 70s is about. It's about that groove, and you can find it in any kind. You can find it funk, you can find it disco. You can find it. I mean, so many musics had a nice groove in it, man. And I feel like that's what people are kind of resonating with, and that's why that song in particular, man, it just felt the groove of him literally on a longboard going down a hill drinking some cranberry,
Yeah.
man. It was like, yeah,
It's the groove.
this shit
yeah,
hits
it's
right.
groove.
And it's such a melting pot in the 70s. You have your disco intertwining with funk, intertwining with, you got some rock in there, and it's just a big old pot of good jambalaya. It's nice.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. Orange.
That's one of my all-time favorite bands of all time.
Yeah, I got a story about Tower of Power too. I'll tell y'all.
Well, tell us now, bro.
So-
We're in it. We're in the 70s.
So this last show that War had, where was it? It was a Cheech and Chong tour.
The
War,
Bomb Factory. I
Tower of
think.
Power, and anyways, man, we're out of town, and Mulberry Mountain is that where we were? We did a show. What was the show we did? The festival we played at.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Metal band.
We'll just call it Mulberry Mountain. That sounds great.
Wakarusa?
I would love to see him.
Wakarusa, yes.
Ozark.
Oh, Wakarusa.
Yeah,
Ozark.
So we played Wakarusa, and we were there, man, and we get this call. I get a call saying, "Hey, we're gonna be in town." So we're hauling ass back, like a couple of days after we did our shows. I'm trying to get as quick as I can to my house to change to make it to the concert.
Yeah.
So I go, and we get there, and the concert's over. I'm like, damn. And the person I was with was like, well, we can't get in. I said, we can always get in. Let's go to the back, and I'll call Sal, who used to be my stepdad, right?
Oh, right on.
I said, hey, we're back here. He goes, sure. Send us out some bands and somebody. Went inside, Tower Power's there. We ended up going to have dinner with them. So it's Tower Power, Cheech and Chong, War, and they let me sign this paper, which I didn't tell you about, did I?
No.
The Effinays are on one of the posters, wherever it's at now. But anyways,
That's
so
awesome.
we go have a dinner, and the guys from Tower Power, Lonnie Jordan from War, and Sal, we're sitting there eating pizza, and they're trying to embarrass me in front of the person I'm with, right? We're sitting there, and the guy from Tower Power, one of the horn players, goes, hey, does he still have, he holds up his picky, he still have something this big? Because when we used to change his diaper back in the day. I said, what the hell? He goes, yeah, we changed your diaper, man. You and your mom would come around, blah. I was like, are you fucking serious right now? And Sal looked at me and goes, yep.
Yeah, but he was like 17 when they were changing his diaper.
But to have somebody embarrass you like Tower Power, I'll take it, bro.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
real.
I'm
For
cool
real.
with that. But yeah, man, it's been dreamy.
Yeah, that's pretty
70s
cool.
got some big influence on me. I didn't even think about it. Nina Simone, bro. I love Nina Simone too.
I felt lucky when I was 15. I got to see Pink Floyd play,
Whoa.
and Pink Floyd was, I don't know, one of
Which Pink Floyd?
it was Division Bell tour, and it was
Yeah.
David Gilmour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not Roger.
No, and I was at the Texas
Okay.
Stadium,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
the old Texas Stadium,
Those guys are deep.
back in the affordable parking days.
Right.
Yeah,
What was that when they were doing like the big, like they had like a big show though too that
Yeah.
was involved with it, right?
yeah, they had like these huge, giant, inflatable pigs.
Yeah.
They-
pigs.
yeah, that's just a thing.
yeah.
That doesn't
Oh,
matter
okay.
if it's David or Roger. Pig is a thing.
Pigs are a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, pig's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that
That's the only
pretty
time I've
much
seen
happens
them.
every time. That's just, which is crazy. I love that band. I actually thought going into this whole '70s debate that my biggest influence from music would be Pink Floyd or
I
Led
love
Zeppelin.
Pink Floyd. And that was
that's-
another one I was
now,
looking
now
at.
I'm realizing this. Probably actually not either one of those for me, but I think like you said, it definitely '70s opened up music in a different way. Like,
Culturally,
it just brought things into so,
genre-wise.
like Bob Marley.
Yeah.
in the '70s.
Yeah.
You know, like, and obviously for me at least, like that's probably where it starts for me, which is why I like the music I like.
Yeah.
Why I listen to most of the music I like.
Yeah.
But that's also brings me back to y'all because that y'all definitely do that. Dude, y'all's cover of Billie Jean is
Thanks.
so yeah. I mean, just we were talking about this. Was it last week or the week before? We were talking about with AC about Michael Jackson, how big of an influence he was for me. Like when he died, like I was at CC's eating pizza with my best friend, and like I just broke down in tears.
Yeah.
So that song, I love that song. Y'all's rendition of the song is beautiful.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
I did not want to. I had to be convinced to do that.
Yeah, man, that'd be tough, man.
Yeah, it's
I can't
like-
even imagine how. Like, obviously, I'm not a musician, so let's
Just a lot of
not
pressure,
even go
man.
there. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, though.
It is, man. And the word, okay, the music, a lot of people cover music, but the words, and me having to take the words from a man who I look up to, like, how can I change that to make it even compliment, if a compliment's there? And we finally did it in a reggae form to where I think it kind of did what I wanted to do. It paid respect and gave a new version of it, I guess, new sound. And that really, once I heard it, man, and listened to it more, I really like it.
Yeah, you definitely made it y'all's own for
Thank
sure. And what I love about it is the juxtapositions between the registers. You know, like Michael's way up in here and you're way down there, and it still
that's a
you
nice way to put it.
you still get those vibes though. You
Yeah.
still get that vibe from the song, and then like you said, you did a reggae spin to it, and so it's like it becomes a whole new song in a very cool way.
Thank you very
No.
much.
That's where I was going back with that, is the Jackson 5 70s. That's also.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
They literally
yeah.
started like
Yep.
1970, I think, was their first time they ever
Yep.
did anything with the Diana
Ross
Ross
from-
featuring.
Yeah.
Jackson 5 was badass.
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
And you got to think, I mean, Woodstock was '69, so like I feel like that was the explosion, right? That was the detonation, and then the '70s. You talk about the melting pot and all these different genres kind of getting their birth and becoming alive came from that crazy experience. And sometimes when those things happen, you get a hangover, and I feel like it was the opposite of a hangover. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like everybody woke up and it was
Yep.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, there's so much to grasp. It really is, man. It's like being where I'm at now, my age, and looking back. I brought up Nina Simone a minute ago,
Yeah.
but I've always loved Nina Simone, man. It's like, it's weird to me how did I fall into this genre of music like Nina Simone, doing what I do now? But she's influenced me in little variables in what songs we do.
Right.
And there's some parts like Gypsy on our album. The beginning is influenced by Nina Simone. When I'm doing the ooh, and then I start going, yeah, and you know this, we practice it. The very beginning of the song, when I'm starting to sing or actually just do a little melody, it's Nina Simone-ish.
Wow.
And then the Santana, and then you have, like you were saying,
Santana.
Led Zeppelin,
Wow.
Santana, of
and-
course.
And just, I mean, all these people have influenced every genre of music that is out there right now. And yeah, I don't know who's going to be the best one. I don't.
Yeah,
There's no winner. There's no way. I think we're the winners.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that's the whole thing, and rightly so. I mean, like the way it started, I got a little shit in the beginning of all this, but I think that is where it comes though. That's where it comes full circle, man. Is that when we ask these questions, like that's when we really get to dive into things and pick it apart and really find all the greatness that is the 70s, and so and that's the thing. Hopefully we have a nice, well-rounded, I think we will. There's so much great music to choose from, so I think we'll definitely try to hit all genres. But yeah, man, it's very exciting to kind of pull all the layers back on this onion of the 70s and what it has to offer. And I think absolutely you're right. It definitely has influenced everybody. Like
Everybody.
music, even if but let's say you're a little bit younger and you're influenced by the people that were influenced by them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it still comes back to that, to this explosion of culture, music,
Yes.
counterculture, all that shit, man.
Oh yeah. It's like a big crepe.
It is.
The more it spreads out, the bigger the crepe. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's every ingredient's in there, and it's the layers of an onion, man. You pull it back, it's there.
It's all butterfly flaps that
Did you say steak?
cakes
So
and
do you
pies.
guys prefer, the festivals, or do you guys like playing intimate shows?
Both. I mean, they're both different
Yeah.
beasts. If you play a festival, there's thousands, of people, and it's
Like we play
hype. It hypes you up.
Yeah.
and it's fun and it's loud. But the intimate shows are nice too because you feel like a festival. You're just one of many acts.
Right.
Intimate shows.
But I got to stop you on there because at Wakarusa, so a big thunderstorm coming through. And
Oh, man.
There was tornadoes actually where
Yeah.
we were the last band to play because they shut everybody else down.
Wow.
So we got people from Snoop Dogg coming out to see us. We had people from what's the other bands?
Ozo.
Ozo
The Black Crows were there.
Black Crows. Well, all these people were in our audience watching us, and I think that was great because that was our show.
Damn.
And
That was the most miserable week ever, though, because it
the rain.
stormed.
Oh, terrible.
Every single thing was covered in mud, and our artists, like all the laptops at the Wakarusa Festival, got stolen. So all of our credentials weren't there. So
Yeah.
we were there for like 4 or 5 days, and we just took snacks because we were supposed to be fed,
Yeah.
and housed, and
We got
no,
help from a couple people. Like, come on,
Yeah.
take a shower here. You can wash up over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Different bands.
Yeah.
were
That's
helping
nice.
us out,
but like the porta potties were covered inside and outside of mud.
My God.
Like every,
So it was like
thing
basically
mud.
like Woodstock. 'Cause, I mean, that's what happened, right? The
Yeah.
storm came in.
it's the worst feeling to have mud up to your knees.
Oh man.
Gross.
It was like it was a miserable several days, but when we got to hit that stage,
Oh yeah, it was worth it.
oh, totally worth it.
So that's why
It
I'm
was
saying
fun.
you're right. There's different bands at different times, but that particular moment in time, that was cool. And then to do an intimate one, yeah, man, most definitely.
I like intimate shows. Like that war show that we did was an intimate show. There was a limited number of tickets sold.
Yeah, it was Greenville, Texas.
Yeah. All 3 people
For
made
sure,
it.
for sure, it's intimate.
All 3 people made it. And 2 of them are the sound guys.
You said you got a little shit from this in the previous.
Well, just
episode.
because of the '90s. I mean, they're so him and AC
So-
are just like so diehard '90s fans, and I get it, but like
I love 90s music.
I
too.
just felt like it's gonna be because we just talked about the '70s, man, and I thought it was gonna be the '80s that was gonna shine like
No.
as the number one. But now
still
we're
think-
repealing.
you don't-
well, now that we're diving into the '70s, I'm just like
So
hit with
he
all
likes
these
to retract
epic
on a lot of
bands.
things. So this all started with our last guest was Robert Miller, and we had him on our other show, and we were talking about music with him, and he and I think he brought it up that the '90s was the greatest decade.
He said it was
of music.
golden era of
It's the
music.
golden era of music because the writers, performers, lyricists that came from
Were all
that era
peaking.
were all peaking at that point in
yeah,
time, right?
90s is excellent. How old are you?
We're
We're
both
38.
yeah, we're both 38.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 43. He's actually 76. So we need to go back to like
You keep on getting like younger and older throughout this entire thing. I'm not really sure how that works.
Yeah, I'm actually 47, brother.
like Alice in Chains, Rage Against the Machine, man, Beastie
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, yeah.
90s had amazing music, and now kids these days have started going back to the 90s
Yeah,
music. And
it's resurgence.
I
coming
heard
back.
Alice in Chains on K-Love
What?
probably 6 months ago.
That is
It was something
so
from-
crushing.
What was it
There's a
from?
lot of oldies now that weren't.
The Man in the
oldies.
Box.
It's-
Wait, yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Because Alice in Chains.
I'm
is-
35. I'm gonna stay around that age now.
so you're like late 90s music.
I mean, we all agreed. He agreed that the '90s was a golden era, and then when we started this show, he definitely retracted and went back to the '80s were the best. Now, obviously, to y'all, he's also retracting from that and saying the '70s are the best.
No. I
But,
think I might do this as we go along. Whatever decade we get into, that you get this new appreciation and newfound love again. You know what I mean? It's like
I mean, you didn't even touch on the blues of the 70s.
Oh
Exactly.
man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's like so. That's why I would have
Allman
to pick
Brothers?
70s.
You brought up the '50s earlier, and I just want to throw that out there.
Sure, let's talk about it, since we're not gonna, like,
say that
actually
again.
highlight it, just because we felt like-
I'm just throwing it in there real quick.
Yeah.
The '50s are not allowed apparently in our conversation of decades because
There was some good music in the 50s.
there's not. I think so as well, but we're not talking about that. Anyways, we'll go back to '70s. I just wanted to throw that in there. Right
I mean, I'm just saying, like right now is as good a time as any because we're not going to have we're not going to put them in the bracket. So,
Right.
have your time, man. Top 50s. Because I mean, that's the thing. Like, I love Buddy Holly, Richie Valens. There's some music from the 50s that I love, and
BB King.
yeah, but BB King was playing up until this decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Since
so,
the 1850s.
Exactly.
As long as him, right?
Yeah, a little bit
A
longer.
little bit longer.
1860s. He's 134 years old.
Me and Beethoven go way back.
Yeah. You're talking about the dog.
I played at Abraham Lincoln's inauguration.
You're a different vocal range at that point in time than in life.
At that
I'm
time,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, probably at that time.
One of the Spanish ingredients.
Hey, real quick, I want to ask a 60s question.
Sure.
Because my girl and I have an argument.
Oh.
Not an argument. She can't stand the Beach Boys.
Oh.
I love the Beach Boys.
Same.
yeah, me
Same.
too.
But not so much the surfy doo-wop, but the Brian Wilson on drugs.
I like the Brian
Beach
Wilson
Boys.
on
Pet
drugs. He likes the
Sounds.
doo-wop.
I like both.
He's like- I like
the
Don't
harmony.
get-
He
don't
likes
get-
to be
don't
true
get-
to your school.
Yeah.
He loves that shit.
I'm gonna drive my car, get my
I
surfboard
see-
around.
And that's cool, but I'm like, what if God's real? That's the shit I'm into.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want more of that, not like the
That's the
like,
Beach Boys I
not a
love.
Sonic commercial.
Beach Boys was actually the very first concert I ever went to, and it was at a Rangers game.
That is nuts.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, for me, what
That's
I
like the
love
Full
about Beach
House
Boys
phase.
is that that was the first time you if you didn't have Beach Boys, you probably wouldn't have California reggae. You wouldn't have
absolutely.
California beach sound
Absolutely.
music.
Sure.
Because of that.
Yeah.
And that's why I do like the doo-wop, because it is harmonizing. It is bringing music into a different place. And
But then
I
they
do
push
like
music even further,
Don't get
though.
me wrong. I definitely like the drug sides.
What I love is the
music of Brian
competition.
Wilson, but
Yeah.
The healthy competition
Yeah.
is what I think is so cool.
Yeah.
Is because you had Brian Wilson who was like listening to Beatles albums and be like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna top that." And then they were waiting for that new Beach Boys album. Like, okay, let's wait till this comes out and see if we can top that shit.
Yeah.
And that is so awesome. I love that healthy competition between bands that really push music forward.
I had a conversation with Bill Medley, the Righteous Brothers. We were
Wow.
talking, and
just keep on throwing names out there.
Good
He
name,
does, dude.
bro.
He does.
when I
He's
was
been
young-
around forever.
Yeah.
Me and Barry Obama.
He's like
yeah.
100, he's like
Beginning
134
of
years
music.
old. Yeah.
No, seriously. Me and his daughter we're still good friends. Her name's McKenna Medley. But so Bill Medley, we're at a barbecue and we're sitting there, and now he's got a deep voice. He's one of the, you never close that. Dude, he called me Spooky. It was funny. I thought I was getting yelled at. Spooky. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, I said, so when you first came out, how was it? He goes, man, when we first came out, we didn't want to put our faces on the cover because the Righteous Brothers and what they were doing was equivalent to R&B today. And he said where they used to go to shows that they'd go up to one show and they would actually be turned around saying, hey, we're the Righteous Brothers. And they're going, no, you're not, you're white. And he goes, no, we were Righteous Brothers. But he brought up a story one time about the who were we talking about a second ago? Oh my God.
Beach Boys?
Beach Boys, thank you. Talking about the Beach Boys. And he said that they never had that problem because they had a certain sound.
Yeah.
And so that's what's bringing me around to this conversation with him. He's saying the sound that we had would get radio play, but when you go do it in person, nobody saw you who you were from the cover. They couldn't even get recognized for it. You know, the Beach Boys didn't have a problem with that because
They're on the covers.
they're on. Well, yeah, but their voices go with who they look.
Yeah, right,
like.
right.
Yeah,
Just say it,
they're
Joe.
Blonde, they're blonde.
White.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Hey, my birth certificate is Caucasian, bro. So
That is true. That is true.
I'm just saying. I don't know, but no, man. It was like y'all were talking about that. I started thinking about the conversation I had with him one time. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, man. You know, and I think that happens sometimes even now, when it comes to hip hop,
Yeah.
especially like younger people that are like going up the way of like, a SoundCloud or something like that. There's like think about it like a Post Malone, right?
Yeah.
If we didn't know what Post looked like, and then we saw Post, we'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what happened, bro?
Genius, dude.
Before,
But he's a cool
before
guy.
or after face tattoos.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think he tried. That's there's a polarizing thing sometimes when it comes to Post because he saw the writing on the wall, and because he might have had the same opinion as the Righteous Brothers. He's like instead of the Righteous Brothers saying he did the opposite. He's like, okay, I might not hide my face, but I might change my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
You mean like The Weeknd? Did y'all see that? Is that real?
No, I don't. It can't be
I
real.
don't think it's
It can't be real.
Because he looked like that. What's her name? She used to be a singer, but then she went on to do 1-800 tarot cards.
Miss Cleo.
No, not Miss Cleo.
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick.
He looked like Dionne Warwick in that. I'm like, what the fuck just happened to this guy?
Yeah, or Eartha Kit or whatever. It's like very close to being Catwoman, kind of a
Yeah.
fucking weird face.
Call me now for your free reading.
Oh
She went to jail, didn't she, Miss Cleo?
yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, Miss Cleo went to
she's in
jail.
prison, actually.
Are you serious?
For fraud.
For fraud? Oh.
From that?
Yeah.
I want to say that's what it was for, but I remember
for the free
reading.
readings.
So somebody
For the
literally-
free
literally-
readings.
Somebody literally just like took advantage of like the legal system and decided to sue her because she actually did not do or say what they wanted her to say.
I don't know what the hell happened. Something.
I just always pictured her sitting there, like on her phone going, mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you need to leave him.
Play with her.
All right.
I did. Looking,
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take our first break here in just a second, and then we'll be back with the Effinays, man. It's been a blast. My question to you, all of you, is have you ever heard of Nick Sirianni, the new head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles?
No. Nope. It's keeping with what's going on in the NFL. He's another young guy. He hasn't been a coordinator that long, and he's getting his shot. The McVay approach.
Right.
And it's kind of spreading throughout the NFL.
It is, and it's an issue because, if you really look at it, guys, you were talking about, prospects trying to get the right guy, the smart guy, the young guy. But I also think that there's something to the fact that a younger guy who doesn't have a lot of experience in the league maybe doesn't know how to approach or hasn't seen the head coach go through the struggles of working with ownership. And so I think that might be a factor that some of these owners are taking advantage of. Maybe they can do a little bit more with the coach like this. This guy was on vacation. This is how unprepared he was. He never thought that he'd get a sniff for a head coaching job, so he took a vacation. So he is in no way expecting to get a phone call about a head coaching position. But they did call him. They reached out in the middle of his vacation. He took off to go have that meeting and got hired probably before he even walked in the door. And on top of that, you got a guy like Deuce Staley, who's the longest tenured assistant coach in Philly, didn't even get an interview. So is there a problem in the league? I think so. Maybe we don't hire anybody until after the Super Bowl. I think that's a first good step. Again, I don't know if that's the factor in here with the Eric Bieniemy signing, if it's just because he doesn't have, he's focused on the championship, so he's not making himself available as some of these other coaches. But that's not really the narrative. We talked about the narrative that was being put out there last week is that he's just not a good interview. But we're having these issues. You got a quarterback that's threatening to leave because they didn't interview this guy. And it just doesn't seem like any other owner was interested in hiring this guy either. So I think it's a problem. I mean, what do you guys think?
I feel like this all should take place after the Super Bowl has taken place, because what it does is it alleviates the pressure for those coaches that are still playing. Because that's really all these teams want. They want these playoff coaches that are playing right now with their teams. And so what it would do is it would allow those coaches to focus on the task at hand as opposed to where are they going to be next year. We're towing a fine line of a touchy subject here when we're talking about it. Is Eric Bieniemy not a very good interview? I don't know because I haven't interviewed the guy, but that's an easy cop-out story to say if he doesn't get a job, is to say he's not a good interviewer. I do feel like there's a problem in the NFL.
The best thing of the weekend, though, was MJ and his response to a reporter asking him about if LeBron's Lakers could beat the 90s Bulls. And MJ said, yeah, we win. And him responding with, how much would y'all win by? He said 2 or 3. And then the reporter comes back with, why such a close game? And MJ's response was, well, we're all 60 now. That's fucking gangster. Yeah, that's so fucking gangster.
That's perfect, actually, because I got breaking news, guys.
Breaking news.
Breaking one of our good buddies aren't here tonight, and usually we go to him live from New York, but he isn't here tonight for one very special reason. He just got engaged.
Oh,
He said yes.
That's
So
awesome.
congratulations, Jorge El Presidente. To you, man. I'm so happy for you, buddy. That's so awesome.
Woo, George. Good job, George.
Very, very cool.
Guess he couldn't propose to her on a Tuesday when we're not recording.
Yes. That was great. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Congratulations, Jorge. We love you.
Hell yes. So before we get into some Troy time, just a preview of next week on Hurry Up and Wait podcast. We are getting in. We just wrapped up the 90s. Let me share with you guys real quick because we need your help to figure out the last wild card. So just to give you an idea of how we're doing this, every decade we're going from the 60s all the way up until now, breaking it down in decades. So we just did the 90s. We've gotten a lot of help from you guys, and we appreciate that. But here are the top 3, and then we're going to add one wild card that you're going to help us vote on, and that'll make that 4. So every decade we'll get 4 teams, and then they'll go into the champions round, and they'll be represented. Every decade will be represented by 4 teams, and so that'll be all 24, and then we'll break it down, and there'll be only one team left at the end, and that will represent whatever decade that is, and whatever decade that is the best decade.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
all right, guys. Welcome back. Thank you. Like I said, we're here with Effinays, Bustos, TJ. Hurry Up and Wait podcast. So we were talking on the break a little bit about DFW Legacy Series. Y'all have obviously been around for a long time. Y'all kind of remember the, I guess.
Well, why don't you
the
break
heat-
down
the heat of Dallas live music or music in general? The late '90s, early 2000s. They started this DFW Legacy Series thing, and it's all about putting out vinyl records, which you love now.
Yeah, I love vinyl.
I do too. I love
Are
vinyl.
you a collector as well?
Not as much as I want to be, but yeah, a little bit.
Are you a collector?
I had a bunch of great albums. Just found out at our last show that my niece took all my albums, so we have to have a talk about that.
At least it's still in the family.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like it hasn't really gone anywhere in particular. It's still there.
as long as she doesn't scratch on them, we're good. Yeah.
So they started this whole like legacy series thing where they're taking the bands that aren't really around anymore, never made it, didn't ever get signed, yada yada yada, and releasing their vinyl or their first record or record right before they got signed, if they did get signed, and putting it out to vinyl. Is that something y'all would be interested in doing in the future with like something?
Yes.
So it's a whole based around charity. Actually, the guys who are doing it. G.I. Sanders is one gentleman. He owns a record shop in Highland Village, and he kind of started a record label to do this. And then he teamed up with Travis Hill, who used to be on The Edge. And do you remember Travis Hill? So I don't remember Travis Hill. Do you remember Travis Hill?
I remember the name, but I grew up listening to The Edge. That's it.
I did too. I just don't remember Travis at all. Maybe he had a different name on the station, but. We were talking. I remember Josh because he had the Adventure Club, and that was all the local music. That's where all the local music came from. So, anyways, they make no money from this. All the money goes to the band's choice. Like the band chooses to put a vinyl out, they get the choice of the charity, and they donate all whatever was made to that charity.
Yeah, that's cool.
But is that something y'all be interested in, or y'all interested?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Do y'all remember the bands from the early '90s?
Man,
or late '90s, early 2000s.
I'm a still to this day, huge Trippin' Daisy fan.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
They just released some vinyl at the end of last year.
Yep.
I think it came out in November from their Jesus Hits Like an Atom Bomb record, I think it was. And I wanted to get it, and I didn't, but I will. But man, I think that's the band I've seen most in my life since I was a teenager. I remember sneaking out to go to Deep Ellum go see Tripp and Daisy play, and then I got to go see them at Dada when they did their 20th anniversary. It was like their warm-up show for the Homegrown Festival.
Was that like 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 2017. But that was the most dangerously packed I've ever seen Dada, and it was so fun. And they played their set 2 times in a row, and it was just awesome from beginning to end. I love those guys so much. They're such a good staple rock band in Dallas.
That's a band that actually doesn't get talked about a whole lot from Dallas, which is unfortunate because they are pretty iconic for their time.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming from Dallas.
And like Tim DeLauder's all about Dallas, good records. I think he bought good records for his wife, and it's a great record store. We played at Good Records before. Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Is it still around?
I think so. I haven't been down there in a minute.
I can't tell you yes or no.
I don't think so. Well, I'll double check on that.
I don't know if that's still around. Yeah, I mean, the Dallas music scene for me, so like we were talking earlier on the break, I'm from Dallas, but I didn't live here for a hand point in time. When I came back, that's when I moved to Allen and met him. But I remember even like when we first met in high school, like I was still the one going down to...
Still open, y'all.
It is still open? Nice. I remember going down to Deep Ellum at 17, 18, 19 and going to watch all these, Dallas bands, whether it be the Toadies or the Nixons or going to even to Denton to go watch, Bowling for Soup or those bands. So again, for me, the DFW Legacy Series thing is just like, it's nostalgia, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of our friends was the bassist for Edgewater. There was the last one that just got dropped from vinyl from this group.
I remember Edgewater.
You remember them?
Yep.
They got signed. They had a big song on Daredevil soundtrack.
Yeah, it's like they're just basically just to read off the website. It's a partnership with Broken Artist Management. The goal of the series is to bring out of print albums. So maybe they had an opportunity to make an album, maybe they didn't, and it just was out of print. So this is an opportunity to get a reprint and get it out there to all the fans. And so I think that's really, really cool.
That is cool.
And they also did a quick little video on it, and you can catch this on Facebook. But Cameron and the guys involved did an unboxing of the first print of the Edgewater album. So that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's really cool. We always, that's the purpose of one of the purposes of the show is to highlight Dallas music, and this is right in line with that. And I think anybody who grew up in this area, going to see shows at all these clubs in Dallas. I mean, that's what it was about, man.
Yeah.
And that's I can't wait to get back to that, man. And it'll be awesome when we can get back there to Deep Ellum and start getting shows going again and see you guys live, man. You guys have been around. You're new to me, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you guys live.
You are new to me as well.
You guys just did a show at Tulips, though, right?
Last month, Tulips. We'll be playing at Lola's in Fort Worth on February 13th, which if you've never been to Lola's in Fort Worth.
Oh, this is fun.
Lola's is great. Yeah. Fort Worth is... I know we're talking about Dallas music, but DFW, man.
It's all about DFW for sure.
So Fort Worth has wonderful, wonderful music talent there. But we'll be at Lola's on February 13th, and then we'll be back at Tulips on March 20th.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is a cool venue.
And you guys got some... I see that AC's been releasing some videos of y'all's performance.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
I get to see that, but I can't wait to actually be there and feel y'all's energy. When's the next time you guys are going to get into to recording another album?
Probably... I don't know yet.
We're working on new stuff
and everything.
now.
I know it's been difficult.
We're working on some new music, and we've restructured a couple of times. We've added horns, a new keyboard player, a new guitar.
You also added Ashton, right?
Yeah. You know Ashton?
He was actually on this show. Really? He was like our third or fourth guest.
That is cool.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
He will be here. Cool. He'll be here tomorrow night. We're gonna live stream a couple of songs tomorrow night.
G9?
Yeah, G9.
Hell yeah, nice. G9 Play Studios.
Nice.
Catch that every Sunday on Facebook. It's live stream. Very dope. They do the live cook-ups. This is going to be awesome, man. I can't wait to see you guys perform. It's going to be dope.
Thanks, man. It's fun. Ashton's had one real rehearsal with this, but that one rehearsal was That kid can shred, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
fit right in line with y'all's vibe too. So I'm excited.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, getting back to that party vibe, dude. I'm so stoked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
man. As soon as this is all over, we can all get back together and not feel bad about it, or feel,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or
Yeah, 'cause
feel
even-
uncomfortable.
Even playing the show we did, I mean, it was socially distanced. Everybody was masked
Yeah.
up. It was as responsible as you could get for playing a
Absolutely.
live show, but there was still an aspect of guilt.
Sure.
Like, you know.
Maybe even unwarranted guilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you're doing all the measures, you're taking all the precautions. You know, it's just like it's so ingrained in us right now, and it'll take a little bit to get some of that. You can almost call it like rust. You know, once
Yeah.
you get a little bit of that rust off.
Yeah.
You know what I loved about Tulips though, man? They sent us not a writer per se, but they showed who comes in and cleans it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they clean it.
That's so cool.
Nobody's allowed in the green room besides us,
Yeah.
and they have so much.
All the mics,
everything's
cables,
sanitized.
everything is sanitized before.
I bring my own mic no matter what, but still, it's like it was great. I felt comfortable until your little, like you're saying, we went out back to have a cigarette, and then people would come out. It's like, oh crap, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, right.
You just cut a cigarette hole in your mask like any good smoker does.
I like this legacy. What's it called? The Dallas.
This DFW Legacy Series.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's an amazing idea. We're actually going to have them on here in a few weeks to talk about it, just because, like I said, it's something that. How do you even think of that kind of thing? Like,
Yeah.
how do you think about wanting to do that or making it a thing, and even like, how do you judge the need for it? You know, and you know, obviously the record collecting that
Yeah, that's a big part.
It's a big big thing
I
right
think just
now. So like,
inside the last couple of years, it was the first time that records outsold any other physical
Yeah.
media. So records are definitely back.
Records
yeah,
are
no,
back.
for sure. And I mean, yeah, I don't buy CDs anymore. Really, like I do buy CDs.
You know how many Effinays CDs we got in boxes? We're like, it's on Spotify, man. You know, just, how much are your CDs? Do you have an iTunes account?
Yeah, Amazon something.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with AC, and it's I don't know if it's getting off the topic, but it's in the realm of what we're talking about.
sure.
So the DFW legacy. I think we had this talk a couple of years ago when he got nominated for Best Drummer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were having a talk, and he was kind of nervous about it, didn't know what to do. And I'm like, dude, you are being known. You're being recognized. Thank you for one of the best drummers in Dallas. Okay, now you're thinking about Dallas. Dallas as a whole. If you think of LA, if you're being nominated for best drummer in LA, you're in the same category, man. I said, just love it, learn it, go with the flow, man. And if you make it, you make it because you've already made it.
That dude is a workhorse.
He is a workhorse.
And modest as fuck, man. And that's the thing. I'm so excited that we
Shout
actually
out to AC because he's big time in all of us right now by shooting a TV commercial.
He's also a band hooer.
He's a band hooer.
He is also.
He plays in every band.
Exactly, because I mean he is in so many bands, but he's so modest about it. We try to talk about it a little bit on the show. You know, he'll say a little bit, but he doesn't like to put himself on blast, and that's why I'm excited to have you guys
He throws out the shameless plugs.
I'd love to have one of his bands in here so we can talk and highlight y'all's work, man, and to have you guys here.
Yeah,
is
y'all are
awesome.
actually sitting on a poster.
That's crazy.
Two
man.
posters right behind us.
Y'all didn't put these up for the show?
No, actually, I don't even think AC realized that they were there
I didn't
until
realize
our
until you
second
pointed it
show
out.
here, and I was looking at it and I was like, "Dude, it says the Effinays," and he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that."
Yeah.
Job Warren.
Yeah, Jawborn, which is also something we had on the show.
Skinny Cooks.
Yeah.
I love the humbleness, man. I was humble for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
I'm at the point to where I'm like, dude, if you've done it and you've had fun and you're not an asshole about anything, just let it out,
I mean,
man.
Joe's an asshole about it.
I am, it's whatever.
You know, and that's the thing. We're all about charity, man.
Yeah.
We're not in music to make money, obviously.
I mean, if it comes,
Pretty sure I bought this at Walmart.
hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Just let me
Yeah.
know. Don't even
Dallas
fit. Look,
Cadillac.
I don't even have a Cadillac.
Oh, you didn't work at Dallas Cadillacs?
my friend owned it, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dope ass jacket.
That's not a hand-me-down. That's a gift.
It's a gift.
That's a gift.
A gift he didn't know that he gave.
If I was going to wear a coat like that, it'd say Daewoo.
But no, man, the humbleness part of AC is great. Yeah. And anybody, man, I think you should be humble and be glad of what you got. And when you're at the point to where you're not coming across as an ass, go for it, man. Have fun with what you got.
He's a positive. I mean, AC is like a blood brother to us, and he comes over to my family's house for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and now every holiday, my mom's like, "Are you going to invite AC over? Tell AC to come over. We'll have lots of good food."
I'm really interested.
You guys are such a blast to be around, though. So, like, I've had a
Y'all
great
are too,
time
man. Thank you.
just shooting the shit with you guys, man. So, like, I can imagine all the bands that you get to play with. Just love playing with you guys, and that's the cool thing about Dallas and just being on the show and meeting all these different artists is that Dallas is a real community.
Yeah,
artists
sure.
is a real community. You guys help each other out. Y'all work with each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
It's
Thanks,
fun, you
man.
know. Loyal Sally, those guys,
Yeah.
they're like our band brothers. We share a rehearsal studio
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, because also Slutty AC
Yeah, he's playing.
he plays in that band too. And then AC and I and our percussion player Tuna, we play in another band called Maita.
Yes.
Which is
Dope ass band.
those guys are.
I did not know this. Did you know that? Did you know this already?
I didn't know that you were in
Maita.
Yeah,
as well too.
Okay.
That's dope.
Awesome.
Peruvian Afro cumbia funk rock, man. Those
So good.
Well, that's what y'all defined it as.
That's what I do
Okay.
because I'm white.
I didn't know if that actual genre of music was actually out there, but
if you ask Victor,
that's what it is.
If you ask Victor or Renato Ramak from the brothers from Maita, they'll say it, but it's in Peruvian. I don't know what they're talking about. But I have been to Lima, Peru, and I think it's out of all the places I've been, that might be my favorite place that I've ever been in the world.
Nice.
So it's an honor to, and I got to go down there before I knew the Maita guys. My brother married a Peruvian girl. They had to get married down there, so I was down there I think for 8 or 9 days, and I didn't want to come back. I loved it.
Yeah, that sounds
People
dope.
were so humble and nice. The food was amazing. Although they don't put ice in any drinks.
No,
right?
That's the
No
thing.
ice.
That's the thing. A lot of
Like anywhere outside of the United
literally
States.
outside
Yeah.
of the United States. That's
Maybe Canada.
pretty
Yeah.
much a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
And they have
Canada.
weird shit like I was in the back of a car and a guy at a red light come up, Senor, bye. And he's got a pegboard and it's got like some dirty toilet paper on it, some expired aspirin and like math edition flashcards. What the fuck? You just picking shit
Chiclets?
up
You
off
got
the street,
chiclets
man. Hey, here, this American will buy this shit. Yeah, give me them flashcards, man.
Hey, if you ever come to our show, man, since y'all haven't been, we used to call ourselves the most racist, unracist band because we have an eclectic of different people. We got black, white, Mexican, everybody's there.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't did it with AC yet, but we used to have Valente, who's actually AC's cousin.
Yeah, cousin. Yeah.
Who was a drummer, right?
Yeah.
So he would always try to speak in Spanish, and I would always click at him. And
What did
he'd go, "Oh, that's so messed up, bro. That's fucked up." But we would do it, and everybody has a great time, you know.
Sure.
So if you ever come to a show you haven't been, don't be put off by anything we do because we interact with the crowd, man. We like having fun with
I
everybody.
mean, we had to hire a Mexican singer for a tax break, and the state of Texas required us to have one.
But he cuts my yards, which is freaking funny. It's awesome.
And not well.
So talking about best live band in 2013, right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
What here in Dallas? What is y'all's favorite venue to play? Or not? I shouldn't keep on saying Dallas. DFW.
DFW.
Because y'all talked about tulips and
We have there's a lot of venues that we love here.
Yeah.
They've really like gone above and beyond for their artists. Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, back in the day.
Firewater.
Right after Firewater.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it became Bar and Grill, they took a liking to us, made us a house band, sent us to Key West to play the first 2 nights of their grand opening when they opened a Gas Monkey down there. That was great. Richard
was
Rollins
fun.
took care of us.
Nice.
But the Bar and Grill, we never played live. I've been to some shows there, but it was like too much. I saw Steel Pulse there, which is
Oh yeah, Still Pulse is dope.
damn. I've seen them at live and Bar and Grill. Bar and Grill's just a better. It's open. They can cover it when it's rainy. Food and drinks.
Yeah.
The stage crew is always good. They like give you towels and water and let you eat what you want.
Deep
Lola's
Elmar
in Fort
Company.
Worth.
Yeah, Lola's in
Yeah.
Fort Worth for sure.
Tulips now. That place
Yeah.
is new, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling that we'll be playing there a lot. And the people that run that place are just positive, happy, nice, humble people.
That's awesome.
Deep LMR Company.
Deep Art Company, bro.
John LaRue. We had
John
him
LaRue
on the show.
I'll
Such
tell
a
you,
nice dude.
we
Absolutely.
raised we went there and we raised money to keep it open.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we did 2 shows there and it's
Two
like
streaming shows.
Oh yeah, the streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean we love
Great
that
shows.
place, man.
They're
Thank
fun.
you.
They're
Yeah,
fun.
it was fun.
It was weird to play to a club with nobody in it. It's kind of
Nobody.
like when we first started.
Yeah.
in 2019.
When you were the F and gays?
F and B's.
F and B's, F and G's, whatever. But no, yeah, definitely those. I even liked House of Blues at one point.
Yeah, House of Blues is fun. Profit Bar, we used to play there. Man, I can't tell you how many times. I love the Profit Bar, and I love the people that Joel that owns it. But I got to say, it's the worst bathroom in all of Deep Ellum. I'll tell you why. Quick story, and I'm not trying to talk negative about the Profit Bar because I love that place.
For sure.
But you have to be bold to do whatever this person did. So when you walk down the hallway between the Profit Bar and the door, that's where the bathrooms are. Open to the public. No door on the men's bathroom, okay?
Yeah.
No big deal. There's one urinal and one shitter. So the urinal is in perfect view of the door, so you can just walk by and see a guy taking a piss at any given moment, which is fine. But one particular night we were playing in there, somebody had shit in the urinal. Which, okay, yeah, that's no big deal. But there's no fucking door. There's no door.
You must have been Amish.
So you had to been sitting on the urinal, looking out into the hallway where people are walking by, probably making eye contact because the kind of person that's going to do that isn't mentally stable. Somebody who's just going to take a shit and like make eye contact with you. It's just awkward.
That was awkward.
That was. I was
just
very
now-
uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable.
Sorry. But just the audacity and the courage of the person.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Denton's been fun to play too.
And for AC, you should have seen the Uranus.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch Letterkenny?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Andy's or Dan Silverleaf?
We played. I don't think we ever
Andy's.
played Dan's.
Yeah.
We played Andy's. We played Haley's a lot.
Yeah.
Andy's, yeah.
Andy's got that stage where it's got that soft spot where you think it's going to collapse.
I think it's been,
But it's held up for like 20 years.
so it's now owned by Jason, guy from Chasing Amy.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
He bought Andy's?
Wow.
Yeah, he bought
Okay.
Andy's and Pascal's upstairs.
Really?
He actually owns Barley and Board, which is right there. He owns LSA on the square now. Like he's
What a cool dude, man.
he's bought a lot of things. Like he invested his entire life into Denton.
Into Denton, yeah.
That's
Came
cool.
there from one thing and just kind of just started buying everything.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's
But
awesome.
Andy's is fun. Andy's
Yeah.
is fun.
Andy's is fun. The old boiler room, you remember that?
Yeah. Well, they were
Yeah, that was
a lot.
fun.
I mean, our bar was good even before our bar when
What was your bar?
Bowling for Soup, huh?
Your bar?
Our bar.
Oh, our bar.
Our bar in Denton. They had Bowling for Soup would play there.
Brought to you by the letter R.
Yeah. It was called. I think it was called like Groovy Mule before that,
Okay.
or
What's the guitar player's name for Bowling for Soup? What's his name?
Chris
Chris.
Chris Vaughn something.
Chris. So
Chris.
a long time ago.
Chris.
Do you remember this?
No.
A long
Cold
time
Chris.
ago.
No.
This might have been before you.
Ice
It might have been
Chris.
like 2007 or 2008. We were playing a show at the Boiler Room, and it was kind of like they had judges judging the acts.
As
And
before me.
Chris Burney. Chris Burney was one of them from Bowling for Soup. And I saw all these acts go up, and he was the Simon Cowell of them.
Oh, roasting him.
But like Simon Cowell on meth or some shit. Like, just like, get the fuck out of here. He saw, there was one band playing that was decent, but the bass player was just not well. Chris called him out. He goes, "You are only as strong as your band's weakest link, and you're that band's weakest link. Y'all need a new bass player." In front of the whole show, and I'm like, God,
cried.
damn. I would have been on the inside. I've been like, okay, cool, I can respect that. But on the inside, I'd be like,
Yeah.
go home and cry in the shower. But and then we played, and I'm like, God damn, he's gonna call me out. He's gonna call me out. And he was super cool. I had nothing but good things to say. I was like, oh, thanks, Chris Burney. Thank you for not making me sad.
Good God.
Yeah, the Dallas music scene's been. I mean, when we had Job Warren on, we were talking about it just because a lot of people don't give Dallas the respect in any kind of genre of music for that matter. And to actually go back and look at what's actually come out of Dallas, and obviously we know about the Panteras, we know about Erykah Badu's, and
I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, Steve Miller.
Yeah.
Steve Miller is from here.
Yeah.
Also
Top.
70s.
ZZ
Yes.
Top, also 70s.
Yes.
Yes.
Dallas doesn't sometimes get the respect that they're deserved, and going back to this DFW Legacy series, like that's what's kind of like. I'm going back and listening to all these bands now that they're talking about, or all these people are talking about on this thing. It's just like, fuck, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Like, these bands are like, they were good. How they not ever get there? Y'all been doing it for what we say 11 years now.
14.
14.
You 14,
Me
12 for
14,
me. I
12 for
think.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Is it just Dallas music scene, or is it just the love of music? What keeps y'all going for so long?
I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, I could sit at home in my music room and play music all day.
Right.
But getting out and playing in DFW, it's kind of what makes you thrive. Like, we don't give a shit about money.
It's
you can't,
fun, bro.
Really, you can't.
Yeah.
You're not going to, unless you're an Erykah Badu or, a ZZ Top or something like that, you're not. We were lucky enough that we all left our careers at one point to play and gig, and we were able to support our families that way for a couple of years,
That's awesome.
2.5 years. And it was fun. It's a lot of work. You're gone all the time.
Yeah.
You're gone. We were playing 4 or 5 nights a week.
Yeah, we played a lot. We were out all the time. And yeah, it goes hand in hand. But at the same time, it can be tricky because some bands have to go out in order to conquer what's within, your own city. I think the love that we got and what keeps us going right now is, like, we were going to stop the band a couple years ago. Like, we got nominated for another Observer Award. Said, look, bro, we're probably not going to win this one, but if we do, we're going up there, we're going to say, hey, man, thank y'all. We're going to just quit. We're done.
We're going to retire.
And when we were there, we were outside. I said, I need to tell you, man, we're not going to do this. He goes, what? I said,
At
nah.
the award ceremony.
So we're not going to quit, bro. We're just going to keep going.
Hell yeah.
AC was nominated that year for a drummer. And it was funny how we had, and he just came in. He's with us, you know what I'm saying? But it's the fun. I think it's the fun that we have together, too, that keeps us going. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from different people who've seen us. And they're like, dude, we love because y'all make us laugh. It's like a comedy, plus it's the music. Plus it's like we rein it in. And we make up so many songs on stage. It's crazy. It's like
Gypsy was written on stage.
It's all the rapping that I used to do came into making it so easy to just come up with lyrics for a song. To me, it's like rapping slow.
Yeah, so you're just basically freestyling.
Yeah, it's a freestyle that's actually slow, and I can go with the harmony and keep going on with it.
And that's the cool thing, man. It's
Melody,
like,
I'm
talking
sorry.
about grooves, man, and you guys can get in that loop, man. I mean, when you guys are jamming or you guys are shedding, is a new term that I just found out, shedding.
Shed it.
When you guys are shedding, like, do those this like one jam go like fucking forever?
Yes.
You get in trance,
you should hear our rehearsals. We'll get on somebody will play, like, I don't know, 1-4-5 in a minor or some kind of different chord progression, right? And then we'll play that for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But we'll change tempos, we'll change bass lines, we'll change guitar solos.
I record all of them just in case.
And we record all of it, and so it'll be like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's build off this. So it could be one little section of a 20-minute song that you're just jamming in rehearsal. Everybody's trying their own thing to see what fits and sounds good and what clicks, what hooks,
I actually found the original Donut Shop, which was not Donut Shop at first.
Oh, that's actually of what I've listened to, I think that's my favorite.
Donut?
I think that's got to be a great song to watch live.
You know why we wrote that? We wrote that, and I'd like to apologize to my brother because he's a police officer, and I love him very much. But we were playing another Greenville Avenue. We played the Greenville Avenue Parade several years in a row, and the cops were like, this particular year, we're all about shutting it down and busting people. We were playing on the roof of the Sundown at Granada, right when the Sundown part opened.
Damn.
So we were like leaning over the edge of the roof playing, where the popo at?
Where the popo's at?
To the cops down there.
Yeah.
They didn't know what the hell we were talking about, but in our minds, we were like, we're sticking it to you.
Oh, but
you don't know it, but we're sticking it to you.
The whole roof you could feel moving because everybody was jamming to it. It's like,
That's sick.
this is crazy.
That's one of our oldest songs, too.
It's a great song. But for me, Freedom, man, is...
So I was just about to ask about Freedom. How did Freedom come up?
let's talk about vibe. Let's talk about fucking energy. Let's talk about freedom, bro.
Freedom. Freedom. Freedom is funny because we talked about this before the show earlier. We actually wrote that a year and a half ago. And after everything that played out this year, we wrote it because we were in the studio. We were actually we were at your house.
You were at my house.
And he was playing on piano, and we were just hanging out, and I started thinking about, damn, dude, they're locking up kids in cages and taking them away from their families. I'm like, this shit ain't right. Something needs to be said. And we don't like to be political. Like, we like to keep politics out and keep fun in. But at this particular moment...
fuck Donald Trump on that note, but we like to keep it fun.
So when we're actually writing this song and we're actually talking about everything, the words that I wrote down and the music we came up with had the word breathe in it. And then, the big story about Breathe, right? George Floyd. And so it was like, dude, we need to let this out. We need to go ahead and drop it, record it, and let's do it.
Yeah.
And, that's how it came about. But it was a year and a half ago before any of this happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would not have thought that.
I know, because it was so poignant, right?
Yeah,
the song is so poignant.
Especially when Rudd and Joe added the Bobby Kennedy speech.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
a hero of mine for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and right there it's in there a couple times, but at the end, man, when the music's coming down, you hear, Bobby Kennedy's voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's inspiring.
Oh, it touches me. Every time I hear it, it gives me chills.
That's my favorite part of the song, actually.
Yeah, it is for me too.
Bobby Kennedy speech.
Here in the beginning and then the ending, it's like, wow, that's really there. But that finished the song. It wasn't me finishing the song. It was Bobby Kennedy finishing the song.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah,
but
man.
Freedom is definitely
amazing song. Check that out, guys. It's anywhere you can get, like you said, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. It's a great song, man.
LimeWire
to bring it back.
Napster
has it.
MySpace.
It's on my top 5.
Yeah. That's the one.
That's Friends, isn't it? That's Friends.
That's
no, it is my song on my profile.
There you go.
Hell yeah, dude! Like, did you have a tricked up MySpace page, dude, with all the music and everything going on?
I really didn't.
No,
I tried to make one for
the band,
for the band, and I couldn't really.
You couldn't figure it out.
I could, but it wasn't really popping, man.
Yeah,
it's just a keyboard.
So, you could be like getting the coding.
And then Facebook came out in 2009, and that's kind of when Joe joined the band, and so like we just went from there with Facebook, and now Instagram is I don't really like Facebook. I use it for communication and promoting band stuff, but I like Instagram because I have ADD and I can just look at a picture.
For sure.
Oh, he really does, bro.
Read about my aunt's political feelings and chicken recipes, and
I feel the same way about the family.
Yeah,
politics part of it.
Yeah,
like awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
I didn't realize there was this many crazy people on Earth.
And you're part of my family.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Yeah. But I made the mistake of Googling my name once, and the first thing that pops up is like a picture from my MySpace profile that I don't even know how to get into.
Oh, you're wearing a hood?
Can't delete the pictures. But I'm like, I'm at Top Golf and like holding a golf club like a dick. I'm like, great. So somebody Googles my name, it's the first thing that pops up. Oh, this guy's got dick jokes, which I do. Because dick jokes are funny.
A plethora.
Yeah.
Of dick jokes.
But I'm like, that's not like when I die. And if somebody ever Googles, let's see about Jeremy Piering.
You're gonna be like,
guy's got a golf club dick. And it's just there's some things you wish you could go back and change on the internet.
Nah, I don't regret anything, man. Don't regret it.
I also regret
Be proud of it.
I also regret the mustache I had. I couldn't grow.
I'll probably regret that.
So basically, what you're saying is you need to find that picture and then put it on the next album.
Oh God, no!
Wow, that would be awesome.
Or merch. We get shirts.
I'm looking that shit up right now.
T-shirts.
MySpace. I think it was MySpace. Jeremy the Jackass was my name.
We'll change it and put Pan Blanco big letters right underneath it.
Pan Blanco.
Yeah.
I love I gave you that name.
Yeah. Joe.
Name.
It is a great name.
White bread. Fuck, you're Pan Blanco, bro.
Anytime we go to like a taqueria or order tacos, they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, Pan Blanco. They're like,
yeah, they're speaking Spanish. I'm a Pan Blanco. Dude, this is such an old. Look how much younger he looked in this picture. Like, go back to that, bro.
Let me see that. I can't go back to that. My hair. I don't have hair like that.
You used to have hair like that.
Okay, so I know exactly where this picture was taken of. This was at the Austin Reggae Festival because I was so sunburned. And that's a Grupo Fantasma T-shirt.
Wow.
But you can see how like red my face is, and
Like,
back when I had hair, which now it goes away. Enjoy it while it's here.
I'm holding on to it as
I'm gonna
as
be good.
much as
I'll be
possible.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be all gray.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Nothing wrong.
It's
I
Steve Martin.
get told that I look way older because my hair is just gray.
Yeah.
right there, buddy.
I don't
Right
really
there.
know why.
Yeah, usually if like
I don't really
people
know
see
why the
us-
3 months of difference in age matters, but it's just gray. I'll have the hair though.
This guy's gray.
What? The sky is gray?
No, this guy.
Look at that picture of me.
Look at that.
What the hell? I look like Richie Valens full
like-
back in the day.
Bob.
You look like
Bob.
if Shrek and Richie Valens had a baby.
If Shrek and Richie Valens. I'm wearing a Freddy Krueger shirt, but it's black and gray. What the hell?
No, that's just because they didn't have colored photos back then.
Asswipe. You're right, though. It's
When they
true.
took your school photo,
So-
they had to get behind a curtain.
So
and
I'm gonna beat TJ to the punch here and ask you
I'm about to
guys.
ask it just now.
What are you guys listening to? What's on your playlist right now?
we're listening to George Clinton on the way over here.
Nice.
I
I
listened.
saw him 2 years ago.
Great
2 years
show.
ago?
House Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, at Bomb Factory.
Bomb Factory. Yeah, Bomb Factory.
Yeah. I went to his show after after watching Smashing Pumpkins and Liam Gallagher.
Oh wow, how was that show?
Good. Smashing Pumpkins were way better than they were the first time I saw them.
Yeah,
So-
man. I don't like Infinite Sadness on. I didn't like that record at all.
Wow.
I didn't like it, man.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to.
How about the new stuff? Do you like the new stuff? No.
See, I don't like the new stuff.
No.
But I definitely
I
like.
don't. I like Gish and what's one of
Siamese
those?
Dream.
You remember Zwan?
What was it?
Siamese
Siamese Dream. I love Siamese
Yeah.
Dream. Mayonnaise,
Yeah.
Rocket Boy, or
Yeah.
Space. Rocket Boy, right?
Yeah, Rocket Boy.
Yeah. Great album.
Yeah. Melancholy was.
Yeah, I just didn't dig it, man.
Man.
It felt too whiny for me. I think I was more into like Rage Against the Machine.
So that's actually the first time I ever
Yeah.
saw Smashing was with Rage at Voodoo Festival in 2007.
Freaking
Wow.
It was both their
Rage.
reunion tours
Yeah.
Dope.
when they were coming back, and that's when I
Yeah.
first saw both of them.
Goes to sh-
and I
more
did not
shows
like
than most.
Yeah, I did not like Smashing Pumpkins. I came out of that and was like, man, that was fucking shit. Like you couldn't understand Billy.
Yeah.
It was so distorted that like it just didn't.
I don't
it
think
was
he's
just-
good live,
It was just
period.
mumble.
Yeah.
This last time at Jexa or
Yeah.
Starplex, we'll call it Starplex.
Yeah.
That's why I call it Starplex. Yeah, he was actually pretty good.
Good.
Like,
I mean, he's had
it was a lot
20 years
better
of
than-
practice.
Yeah, since then, yeah. I mean,
That's actually where I saw Rage Against the Machine as a Starplex.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Beastie Boys, Alice in Chains, Beck.
Nice.
My son I got him into Beastie Boys at a super young age of 3.
Wow.
And I remember him, he's 26 now, but I remember him in the car seat in the back of the car, and I'd be playing Beastie Boys. And he'd go, Beastie Boys, Dad, Beastie Boys, play Beastie Boys. And he'd sing the songs, and he'd go,
we're
no,
playing girls.
sleep,
Oh, okay.
jump broccoli. Because he didn't know what Brooklyn was. Yeah, 3 years old. So that's still like a joke in our family is
Hell yeah.
no sleep, jump
I
broccoli.
got my grandma into NWA.
Oh, yeah, his grandma.
Like seriously, I went to her house one day and she had, come here. She goes, I want you to hear something. She pushed play and it was fuck the police. I'm like, Grandma, what in the hell are you doing? She goes, I bought the NAA. I was like, NAA, okay.
From the Gualmar.
She bought it from the Guatemala.
the Guatemala.
But no, it tripped me out. See, my car, what I listen to, Oza Motley.
Oza Motley.
I have Miles Davis. I have Nina Simone. I have
You listen to Joe likes a lot of Kids Bop.
Hanson.
Yeah,
Hans.
I have been playing a lot of MF Doom lately.
Nice.
Just
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
hats off to
Yeah.
hats off to
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
RIP,
I like
man.
country too, man. Got all kinds.
I do like George. I'm not a country guy, but I fucking love George Strait, man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love George Strait.
Hell yeah, man.
I'll actually
Oceanfront
listen to George
Property.
Strait yesterday.
I was jamming out to some Dre yesterday
Yeah.
all day, man.
I listen to Dre a lot.
Keep on bringing up all the people I brought into the '90s discussions. Just to let y'all know.
I think we have
Dre's
the same
dope.
taste. in
Yeah,
music.
I mean, I think
The
all three
Green,
of us.
I fucking-
I
I
listen
love
to
The
a lot of
Green.
country. George Strait, Garth Brooks.
I like
Yeah,
Garth
You
Brooks.
know, Garth for me is just the performance side
Yeah.
of it. Like the music's is what it is, and he didn't write all of it.
Right.
He writes some of it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was all written by somebody else, and that was that's always been kind of country.
Yeah.
in
I got the
general.
respect you do for him because he used to be a sound guy and stage, and that's what I grew up doing, man.
The stage presence that he provides,
and the way he played,
and how humble he is, and
his shows are awesome. It's like
amazing.
I love old country like Conway Twitty, Johnny Cash.
Kiss an angel, good morning.
But if you go back and listen to Conway Twitty songs, man, they're pretty much all about rape. You know,
Hank talks about some not so polite things.
She'll do me. Walmart kid.
Going back and listening to Hank, I'm like, ooh, it's not really
Conway Twitty.
It's not really allowed.
Do you
Conway
like the green?
Twitty just seems like a predator.
Yeah.
You like the green?
Yes.
I like the green too.
Yeah, Stephen Marley. Love Stephen Marley. Dude.
Stephen Marley's my favorite of all the Marley kids.
Dope.
Stephen or Stefan.
Y'all should. I'm gonna throw this out for y'all's playlist. Y'all should listen to The Shrub.
The Shrub.
The Shrub.
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 All right,
He is a guy from Ohio that's putting out music like y'all are talking about.
Damn, I used to live there too.
Like Kaz does.
Really?
And
in Ohio. I lived in California, Florida, and Ohio.
So you grew up?
Just The Shrub.
Where would you spend your childhood, though?
Here.
Okay.
I always come back to Texas.
Yeah.
Maybe just put Shrub in.
Some of my childhood was spent in California, growing up with the drummer from War over there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went back to California to work on the album.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, and then I got a lot of.
This will be played.
Texas is my place, man.
Nice,
Dallas
man.
is definitely.
I always come home, man. That's the thing. No matter whether it's a vacation, road trips, whatever, you come back and you see the Dallas skyline, bro. That is the best welcome.
Oh, I love that, dude.
I love Dallas, man. I love it.
I love your hat.
Thank you.
It's a great hat.
Thank you. I love living
sucks,
here.
bro.
I hate summertime.
Do you really?
Yeah. But
when you travel?
All I do is tell myself at least we're not in Houston.
Yeah,
oh, right. No.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Screw that.
My grandma's from South Texas, and the humidity out in South Texas, in the valley, bro.
The only other place in Texas, I lived in Wichita Falls for a year, which I like to call a mistake. And then I haven't even driven back through Wichita Falls. I hated it so much.
Yeah.
But I lived in Abilene when I was in the Air Force, and I was stationed at Dice Air Force Base. And I lived in Abilene. My kids were babies. It was a great place to raise kids. It was nice and quiet. I loved it.
Small little college town.
Yeah.
Not so much a college town.
Yeah.
Until you burn too religious for me because I'm not a religious person at all. But
it's like Waco.
Where
Waco's
it's like Footloose.
Nice. It's small. But it's religious,
and
it's a college town.
So you were in the Air Force. So you were in the Air Force, and you were a firefighter.
Yes,
that's pretty awesome.
I was a firefighter in the Air Force. Then I got out and I stayed a firefighter.
My uncle was a firefighter in the Air Force and became a firefighter outside.
Where's he stationed at?
Harlingen, Texas. He's retired now. But yeah, that's pretty awesome, man.
Man, wait, he was in the Air Force?
I mean, yes.
And you're Bustos?
Yeah.
Was he a Master Sergeant?
Oh no, he's a Gonzalez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I had a Master Sergeant Bustos.
Nice. You're about to have 6 separations of
yeah. I didn't like this Bustos.
Yeah, I don't like this Bustos.
So then, I got out and I stayed a firefighter for several years until we got offered to go on a 5.5-month tour.
That's awesome.
So I put in for a leave and union. We didn't.
No.
I'll get to that in a
That's
second.
a whole other show.
It's a whole nother show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whole nother show.
You want stories? We got stories.
We do have great stories, guys.
We've been through some shit.
Yes, we have.
And to think about all the stuff that we've gone through in this band with the people that we have, and the fact that we're still together and still making music, still going on, it's really. It makes me feel lucky.
Yeah.
Because we've made a lot of friends, met a lot of wonderful musicians that we were lucky enough to play in the band with us.
Yeah.
Effinays has had a lot of members over the last, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 30 or more.
Wow. That's awesome.
But,
I mean, 2 of our friends are going to be on Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Yeah. I think Jeff Daisy and I think Daniel Hardaway. I'm not 100% sure. They're playing with Nathaniel Ratcliffe.
And they played with us.
SNL.
Yeah.
Hell, Jeff Daisy was at our show. That's another. Jeff Daisy is not only a phenomenal musician, but he is a super nice, humble human being that puts a lot into Fort Worth's community, and definitely needs to be recognized for
My
that.
theory about musicians and music in general, I think we had this conversation the other day in the studio. I think most of the people that we jam to were nerds at one point in school.
Yeah.
They're the kids that everybody would make fun of.
Yeah.
And they
Like
grow up.
I'm still a nerd. I'm not afraid to admit it.
We're
There's nothing wrong with
we're
that.
nerdier, I think. I'm serious. I'm like all computer out. I'm all kinds of shit. Anyways, I think we're all listening and jamming to some of the most nerdiest kids that we made fun of.
Yeah.
And now they got the whole reign, including us, bro. I think we have a good. Like, you're still nerdy as hell.
I mean, I agree with you. You are a nerd.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Straight
that.
up nerd.
Yeah, I just actually had a conversation with an old friend on the other show, and we were having the same conversation because he was kind of that way too, and just to catch up with him 20 years later and to see how well he's doing, man.
Chris.
Yeah, our buddy Chris Barton. And for me, it's like what I told him, and what I take from that is that, you know, for anybody out there who has a kid who might be struggling with that stuff and getting, you know, made fun of or getting picked on because he's a nerd, man, those are the people that, you know, if they stay true to themselves, man, that pays off in the end. Those are the people that are successful and are in these bands that you're talking about and doing all these great things in the world. Because they were true to, you guys stayed true to yourselves, man. That's why your band's still around, because you guys hung through it no matter what, no matter all the different lineup changes and stuff like that, man. Because you guys love music so much, you're still around, man. And I think that's awesome.
Something changed us, I think.
Actually, it's pretty much, he's still around because if I fire him, he's unemployed, so they'll deport him. So Joe's here on a work visa.
I was about to give him a compliment, too. You go straight to hell. You got a new car, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a new car.
I got cousins who can get it and take it from you.
I'm insured, so it's all good, man.
No, I was going to say, because we were both lived a rougher type of childhood.
Yeah.
Like me in gangs. I wasn't a rough childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a great upbringing. But I kind of pulled myself away from one of those nerd kids, but I did play saxophone, I did play trombone, I played violin, I played cello.
Nerd.
And exactly. Nerd. But then I got shifted over.
Nerd.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. I was a stoner all through school. I was a class clown, liked to cut up, make people laugh. I would
never envisioned that.
I wish I would have like.
We can leave the other parts out. I just class clown.
And I played football because before I was musically decent or anything, I thought, well, the best way to get chicks is to play football. I was a terrible football player. Terrible. I'm not an athlete. I wouldn't memorize plays. I was a running back. I don't know where I just go. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm just trying to get.
I take the ball.
Just trying to get
run.
girls. Yeah,
dude, I got kicked out for knocking out a principal.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
What? At your own school?
Sucked. Yeah, high school.
God damn.
I did. Well, I thought he was somebody else.
Don't call him a nerd.
I thought he was
Don't
the
call him a
vice. Yeah, I
nerd.
know, right?
Don't call him a nerd.
You think he was the vice principal?
No, it was it was the vice principal. You're right. Was it? Anyways, so I got kicked out. I skipped school. Met this girl, went to go eat. We came back with my friend who was with us. We're going to lunch. I said, okay. I fell asleep because I was probably high or drunk. We get there, and I said, what are we doing in front of school? He goes, bro, we're coming to lunch. I said, you're stupid. We can't go back to school. We just skipped it. So we walk in, and we were in a gang at the time, so we found other gang members, and we were fighting them. And I got somebody grabbing my shoulder, and I turned around and hit him. And it was a principal who just passed away last year. Rest in peace. Anyways,
from that punch,
and I got expelled, bro. I was like kicked out. Couldn't go to no Mesquite schools, no Dallas schools, no. I had to go to Metro, downtown Dallas.
Don't lie. Back when you were in school, it was kindergarten through 12th grade in one classroom.
In one class, like Little House on the Prairie.
107 years ago.
Yeah.
Forefathers, and then, yeah.
At recess, you go churn butter.
I wore a white wig, and shit. You know.
Y'all's actual work assignment was writing history.
Yeah,
writing it as it went along.
God dang,
this has been awesome. This is like I've enjoyed talking to y'all.
Oh, likewise, man.
Hey, man. Yeah,
very enjoyable. I don't know why y'all are friends with AC. now kind of think.
How can you not be though?
No, I met him in a completely different way, and the way I met him is I'm very thankful for. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell like he is a genuine person.
Yeah,
the people that he has around or he keeps around are all genuine people as well. And but yeah, I've very much enjoyed this. This is
likewise, man. Thank
coming
you.
into this not knowing what to expect. You know, like obviously listening to your music and hearing of your music and hearing him talk about y'all. This is not what I was going to expect. You know, I'm not
just a bunch of silliness.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, you know, like this is more of like just sitting around. smoking a bowl.
Huh?
I mean, that
Yeah,
was
see our
and
barbecues.
then just
That would've
like
been
let's
cooler.
sit here talking, while we're doing it type thing. It's been very enjoyable. I very enjoyed this.
Likewise,
This is-
Thank you, man.
so much.
Yeah, for sure, man.
For
For
having
sure.
us.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
For
Thank
sure.
you
The
so much.
love. Yeah, because we were feeling the same way. It's like, okay, so AC's not going to be there? No.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah, we're like, we don't know each other, but fuck it, let's do it.
I asked my black kid, is Billy going to be there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
Let's go.
I didn't know Kat was going to be here. I'm like, hell
I didn't know
yeah.
Kat was going to be here. I hadn't seen Kat in a minute.
And we can't wait to see you guys on the G9 Play Studios.
said
Sorry, I
okay.
apologize.
You're only 3 off. It's cool.
Gee whiz.
Right in front of my
Right in front of
face.
you.
I just got scared. But G9 Play Studios tomorrow. You guys are going to perform, and I think that's really dope.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
I'm just
awesome.
trying to get people to
I
watch
think we're
it.
going to play a couple tracks around 7 p.m.
I think 7 they start.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So tune in.
Nice, yeah. Tune in, please. on
We'll have a
Facebook.
new bass player, too, so it'll be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Are you gonna have a new drummer by that point in time too?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just Joe and one of those little microphones with the buttons.
I thought you were gonna say kazoo.
The kids.
Kazoo,
I thought you were
yes.
gonna say kazoo. That would be even better.
I actually want to bring a kazoo to the band. I just want to talk to you about that later.
There we go.
No, you can't because.
I just brought someone to the band.
yeah,
You
there,
play
okay,
kazoo.
you can do
I
that.
can play the kazoo. I can't play the kazoo. That's
We need
that's
a juice
how
heart.
musically inclined I am.
Doing, dong, 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 dong.
Man, we've had a great time.
I wanted one of those so bad. My parents got me one for Christmas just because of the Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever watch Charlie Brown when you were a kid?
yeah.
Snoopy'd be walking around playing that Juice Heart or Woodstock or one of them. I'm like, man, I want to learn how to play that. And I get it, and I'm like cracking my teeth on it.
Oh.
I'm like, this is the worst instrument ever.
I want to learn how to play spoons.
Yeah, me too. I've tried
Dude,
1,000 times, can't do
yes.
it.
That to me is like
Whole
I
lot
don't
of
even know
math.
how. Yeah,
Whole lot of math.
that's what you're saying. There we go.
That is the secret to the
Yeah.
spoons.
Have you seen that video of that old guy playing
Yes,
like?
the lady.
And he's
There's
like,
a
when I
lady-
can't find my cell phone, he's all
Man,
like,
there's a lady who plays a spoon, and she's like the spoons, and she's viral for it. Like she's so good at it, man. She does all this flair to it.
Oh, see, that's
It's
ridiculous.
insane.
Now you already got me.
I can't even do one of those finger skateboards.
The family. I think you're talking about the dude from the family. There's a documentary about these famous people from West Virginia.
Oh, dude, that was an awesome show, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the whites.
Yeah.
That I've been
Wow,
there.
I've seen that.
I have been to that place in West Virginia. I had a friend who grew. Z's wife is from over there.
Okay.
Exact
Did
same
you learn how to
place.
play spoons?
No, I wish I did, but they thought I was black. I walk into
Wait.
McDonald's. I swear to you,
You're not black?
you didn't know this?
Oh shit, we need a new singer.
I definitely thought you were from Africa.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And I'm no, I went there, dude. It was crazy. I walk into. I'm sorry, I'm taking up y'all's time.
No, you're good.
McDonald's, man. I walk in, and this one girl's back there. She goes, "Ooh, you a light skinned brother." I'm like, "Who's she talking to me?" He goes, "Yeah, bro. They think you they think you black. They don't know about Mexicans up here." I said, "What do you mean they don't know about Mexicans?" My homeboy just married, but he's half white, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going around this whole place to go to a store to go get some cigarettes. Same thing. I'm like, God,
They try to give you Newports.
and on that note, yeah.
Join us next week.
Yeah. How not to podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Yeah, no. But yeah, it's crazy. You brought up that place. I was actually there, and it is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I liked it. You cross one bridge, and you're in West Virginia. You cross the other one, you're in Ohio.
Wow.
And it's dope. I liked it. They got hollers down there. You know what a holler is?
No.
It's basically a valley, but they literally holler down there.
Oh, like yodeling?
Yeah. Well, they talk to their. I swear to God, that's where it came from. It's called Tin Can Holler. Is where I was talking.
We
with
don't have
Jesus
phones out
Christ.
here. We
and
just
they
can't
would yell
holler
down the valley and get yelled back. And that's why they call it the holler.
Oh,
Good
Suppers
God.
on.
That is some hillbilly shit right there.
Yes.
God, I'm glad we're from Texas.
Man, me too. I'm glad we're from Dallas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the.
No, trust me. I tried to move to Lubbock with this guy. And I lasted not long.
No.
Because I was like,
do you go to Texas Tech?
No, we went to South Plains a little bit. Yeah.
My son went to Tech for one semester.
All my I got two nephews that went there. So
That's when I realized I was a Dallas kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm definitely.
Yeah.
I always come back
I'm
to
a
Dallas,
Dallas
man.
boy.
I can't stay away.
No, for sure. Not gonna do it.
Lubbock, people are nice out there.
Great people.
We used to play a bunch of
Salt
shows
of
out
the
in
earth.
Lubbock. Do what?
I said salt to the earth. Man.
Shout out to Lubbock.
I love Lubbock. I love the people. I mean, they're great people, like you're saying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our show's row was great out there.
Most boring drive ever.
For sure.
From Dallas
Jesus.
to Lubbock.
Is
No.
that where y'all were playing
It
it?
was.
Oh, the place we played at? Damn, I don't even
We had to bring
remember.
our own PA.
Oh wow.
Not Jake's.
Yeah, we did.
Was it College Bar or is that's Stillwater, Oklahoma?
It was a college bar, wasn't it?
It was a college bar.
Yeah.
I mean,
God, I just remember they always hired us for 2 nights, 4-hour sets. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
And then we would drive back to Dallas after the next night, after the set. So it was just.
Well, sometimes we drive from there and go straight to Austin to go play.
Ooh.
That's a hell of a drive. But we had everybody interchanging what to drive. And we always get 1 hour per player in the band to listen to whatever they want to listen to.
Yeah, every hour is a different DJ.
Oh, yeah.
The longest drive we ever did was we played in Miami for a couple nights, and then we went to Key West for the Gas Monkey thing.
Right.
We drove home from Key West, Florida, and it was 27 hours in a van with a bunch of stinky, sweaty dudes.
It's horrible. It smelled like a wet tamale you left out overnight.
Oh.
Gross.
Anyways.
Well, again, guys, I appreciate it. Man. We appreciate it for sure. AC, I'm sure, appreciates it. I think he's watching us.
He probably never has us back again. It's all good. It's all right.
He's yelling at his phone right now.
We'll wait till he does another TV commercial and big times us again. We'll sneak y'all on then.
Yeah, he's going big time.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. He's a workhorse, man.
That's right.
He gets a lot of good opportunities, and he needs to take them all. I'm proud of that kid.
So next week we're going to start talking about more 70s.
70s, man. Sure. We're going to get into the first rounds.
Yes. Yeah. So right before y'all leave, one band.
Yes.
70s.
Tower Power.
Oh my God, a war.
Okay.
Love it.
All right, there it is.
All right, guys. Next week we'll be back, and we'll be getting into the 70s bracketology, the decade of the 70s, and look forward to it, man. We'll be posting some stuff on social so you can share your favorite bands on different genres of the 70s, and look for that and let us know, man. Help us out. Tell your friends. Watch the show, man. Help us grow it.
YouTube.
On YouTube, anywhere you get your favorite podcast, you can catch the audio version. And then obviously every Saturday morning you can find us here on Facebook with the live feed.
Yeah. Until then,
hurry up and
wait. Oh, my bad. I stopped.
Hey, good, man.
Hey, you're the lead singer, right?
Sometimes.
Thanks, guys.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Please. The rap on, flow so sick, you need a mask on, probably in the green room, ass form. You know where to find me, that's on any platform. That's hot like an Eris from a Hilton, 600 likes, but it feels like a million. I'm handsome, brilliant, spaz out a little bit, put me on any song, aimed in, I killed it, running out of time, oh no, damn it, out of this world, another planet. Thanks for the fans and all of your friends, hurry up and wait till the next show begins.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.